These anime protagonists either passed on via truck or other means of death or stumbled across a strange land. These unique worlds all have their share of fantasy and dragons, magic, even anthropomorphic animals. This list shows the top 10 transported to another world isekai anime. These transported to another world anime feature characters who summoned into another world. The characters might summon heroes who needed to fight the locals' battles. 10. Welcome to Demon School. Iruma-ku. After spending the first 14 years of his life helping out whoever needed his help, Iruma Suzuki sold to a demon for a lot of money. Yet, it's not all bad since it turned out that his new owner is Sullivan, a kind and powerful demon longing to have a grandson. Sullivan gave Iruma all the things that he was never given access to as a child, such as meals to stuff himself and tell you with complete and enrolling Irumi, Babbles, an academic college for demons. But there's a problem. Iruma can never reveal he's a human since he will be eaten if anybody finds out. 9. The Eighth Son. Are you kidding me? It is a pretty new anime. This show tells the story of Ikinomiya Shingo, a 25-year-old office worker awakened in the body of Wendelin, the eighth son of an evil family that is noble in the countryside. The primary character, with time, develops overpowered abilities like most isekai anime. Still, his ability to know title winds up interfering with the life that he works so hard to achieve. Well, this show is not any such thing as revolutionary in its themes. It's a good watch if you can turn your head down. 8. Outbreak Company tells the story of Shinichi Kano, a shut-in otaku with a vast knowledge of anime and video games who hopes to escape his secluded lifestyle by getting and working work. Even so, he's kidnapped and transported to a worldwide globe filled with Alice dragons and doorways. In the midst of this, Shinichi presented with the job of spreading otaku tradition throughout this realm. That is new. Wherever thought that becoming an otaku would include so many responsibilities, that is many. Since this anime gimmick would distribute otaku culture, you should expect references from other anime and manga. 7. Ascendance of a Bookworm. The Ascendance of the Bookworm is an isekai anime, a college student called Urano Motosu. Urano, whose goal in life is to become a librarian. She loves books, and she achieves her dream at the start of the story. Unfortunately, her story cuts short after an earthquake. It causes a bookshelf to fall on her and end her life. She then wakes up in the body of a 5-year-old peasant girl named Mine in the middle of the medieval era. Like the Globe, worst of all, her publications are too costly on her behalf to buy. She then vows that she will cause them to become if she can't have magazines. Where the ascendance of a bookworm differs from most isekai is its lack of action. Ascendance in that aspect is a unique isekai. Not only does it have a female character as its lead, which is rare in isekai, but it also keeps the viewer entertained despite a lack of fighting and flashy visuals. 6. Wise Man's Grandchild. Kenja no Mago. A young salaryman hit by a truck and reincarnated into a new world as a baby. There this child was found in a carriage attacked by demons by Merlin Walford, one of the most well-known heroes of his time, with no parents anywhere to be found. Merlin brought it upon himself to improve their youngsters. He grew up soaking Merlin's teachings and combining them with his knowledge of science from his previous world. He can throw and magnify abilities, being magical to the extent that nobody in this world believed possible. To make matters more serious, Shin likes any form of typical restraint and feeling about their abilities. As a result, he often makes himself the center of attention. And boy, when he is indignant, you don't want to be on the receiving end. 5. Haida Gensu no Grimgar. It is taking a slower take on the East at Night genre. Grimgar focuses on a novice occasion of their everyday exploits and struggles. Instead of having a main character that is overpowering, the main party that is the show's primary works together to complete some of the most basic of monster killing. Grimgar shows stunning visuals and a fantastic soundtrack. It came as a surprise to me that this anime is under the radar for many people. Grimgar is a show that I recommend for you to check out. The first season has a pretty satisfying ending. 4. Restaurant to Another World. Isekai Shokudo. Restaurant to Another World. Isekai anime taking a more Food Wars approach to the isekai anime Restaurant to Another World. Isekai Shokudo is a unique isekai or other world anime. Instead of the human beings transported to a fantasy world, We have mythical creatures from another world thrilled to the human world. Isekai Shokudo anime is based in a restaurant every Saturday. A magical door appears. It allows a mixed band of fortunate animals to pass through. These creatures can be such a thing, from dragons to people. All were coming from a fantasy realm bearing a severe resemblance to food. Would she have lovely meals and anticipate a ton out of this anime? Each episode centers around a creature that is new entering through the portal to taste something that's not available in their land. One of the most exciting parts of this anime is seeing the food preferences from all the different beings that buy. 3. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? It is one of the most incredible isekai anime series one have ever seen. The overpowered Sakamaki Asuka Kudo and Yu also Kasukabe are extraordinary teens. They will have overwhelmed powers that are psychic, but are completely sick and tired of their mundane lives. Until each of them gets a strange envelope that contains an invite to some other mysterious world known as a bit of garden, Kurosagi explains that they've been given a lifetime opportunity to take part in distinctive high-stakes video games utilizing their talents to participate. Yet, they need first to be a part of a neighborhood studying Kurosagi's community, on account of their defeat by the hands of the Demon Lord. The group units off to assist in reclaiming their new residence's dignity, keen to guard its residents and discover the joy that tiny backyard has to supply. 2. Konosuba. God's blessing on this wonderful world. Konosuba is the funniest anime on this list. After dying a pretty tragic death, our protagonist Kazuma Sato gets transported to another world, unlike most isekai anime. The premise of this collection centers on Kazuma entering into absurd, hilarious conditions. The story begins with the protagonist Kazuma as somebody who is not enjoying life. He's shut himself off from the rest of the world and doesn't care, so the best possible thing that happens to him is he dies. He had no real reason to live anymore, so he got killed, but Konosuba's message is not subtle. Now that Kazuma is very much dead, Kazuma gets their cliched second chance reincarnation approached by a goddess that is immature. He supplied a brand new life in a disagreeable sounding RPG-type alternate reality to defeat the demon. 1. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. The story follows a middle-aged man named Satoru Mikami, who was stabbed on the street. He reincarnated into another world, not as a wizard, demon, or anything else as people would expect but as a slime. Luckily for Rimuru Tempest, his new name, he's not any slime. He can absorb new skills from his environment and his foes, giving him an endless array of abilities. In contrast, Rimuru could use those powers to harm. Rimuru chooses instead to build a community and help others. He decides to do his company job on Earth with his newfound abilities. Rimuru evolves into one of the strongest beings in the world. The collection is usually praised for its solid and memorable characters. It is a popular anime, having voted the Anime Protagonist Better of 2019 in the Crunchyroll Anime Prizes. That is it for today guys. I hope you liked the video. If you then please subscribe. And tell me in the comments section next on which topic do you want.